Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, fellow radiators of love. This is Astro Phoenix here with Mystical Illuminations for your daily astrological dice roll. Today is April 14th, 2021, and it's another beautiful day, so I figured I'd come outside. And I gotta get my butt over to the park. I think I'm gonna do some skating today. So, anyways, the dice roll for today. We got Sun in Capricorn in the 7th house. So once again, Capricorn energy comes up. This is a very interesting one. So Sun in Capricorn, well, we can go ahead and give you the basic details of that. You know, Capricorn is all about hard work, putting one foot in front of the other, attrition, kind of going against the grain a little bit. Sometimes people can see Capricorn as a bit cold. But being in the 7th house is interesting because it makes Capricorn want to relate to others. This is the sort of energy actually where the Capricorn Sun in the 7th house, say if they were like a boss, because Capricorn is a lot of times associated with leaders or being a boss. Capricorn Sun of the 7th makes an individual that really does want to get to know his employees one-on-one. This is a sort of business owner where I don't necessarily see it as like a large business. And I'm just using this as a metaphor, but I don't really see this as a large business, because typically the larger that things get, it's harder to know people on a personal level. It's harder to relate to them one-on-one, right? But for some reason, when I did this dice roll and I was thinking about it, for some reason I thought about Naruto again. And I know not everyone here has watched Naruto or seen Naruto, and I don't mind spoiling a little bit of it, right? But essentially, his dream was to become Hokage of his village. He wanted to be the leader of his village so he could protect everyone. He didn't have a family growing up, you know? And he was made fun of, he was ridiculed, he was ostracized. And he still wanted to be the leader. He still held on to that goal. And he became the nucleus of the show. Obviously, it's named after him. But he became the nucleus of the people that he surrounded himself with. And he did eventually become Hokage. Now, if you look at his actual chart, Naruto actually is a Libra. He is a Sun in Libra, right? I think his birthday's like October or something. So, I see this as a sort of evolution, actually. If you think about it, this is the Sun in Capricorn, but it's in the 7th house. He did eventually become the Hokage, which is very much so a 10th house energy. He had to work and work and work and work, but eventually he got it. And not everyone was able to relate to him at first. He had to go at it a little bit. He had to push the boundaries. He had to do something that no one else had ever done before. And even when he was ridiculed, challenged, fell down, he still rose up and he continued. And even though people called him a knuckleheaded ninja, he became the Hokage. And before he became the Hokage, he had already long earned the respect of his peers. But then as time went on, he earned the respect of the whole village. This is a sort of energy today where you want to sort of embody that sort of energy. If you feel like at moments where you might have felt alone in your life, where you felt like you've been ridiculed, or you feel like people might not necessarily understand or relate to you, you could do the whole Capricornian thing, which would be to just like kind of shut off and go cold, maybe be a little sarcastic, you know. Some of you guys actually have this energy. Some of you guys are Capricorn Suns in the 7th house, right? Which would put your rising as Cancer more than likely, right? There's no energy in Cancer. Not right now. Mars is heading there. And that would also put the North Node in your 12th house. So that actually brings a bit of a spiritual connotation to this energy. To what is it exactly that drives Naruto to do what he does, to protect the village, and to be the best that he can, and to live out his ninja way? There is a spiritual implication there. And it's interesting because it's the whole Gemini energy that comes up. And Gemini, when you think of Gemini, you do think of curiosity. You do think of children in many ways. You think of your local community where you grew up. Gemini Cancer is kind of what you think about, right? And when he was a kid, he was definitely rambunctious. He was definitely full of life and trying to absorb as much knowledge as he could about being a ninja. So how can you apply this to your life, though? How can you apply this to your life? Well, I would be open to the messages today. I would be open to seeing where in your life are you sort of climbing this Capricornian mountain? Where is it that you are sort of embracing that sort of vibe right now? And I gotta, of course, remember Pluto's in Capricorn right now. So this is going to be a very transformative process as it is. But this is looking about relating to yourself mainly, and then relating yourself to other people. So how can you elevate yourself today? How can you elevate the relationship to yourself today? And how can you elevate, by proxy, the relationship to other people today through this? And you know, there will be challenges. You will fall. You will make mistakes. But if we allow cowardice to callous ourselves and to callous our hearts, to not only deepen that connection with ourselves, but to deepen that connection with other people, then we will never truly reach our potential if we allow cowardice to overcome us. That's the one thing about Capricorn. Capricorn could definitely be a very much so a go-getter kind of energy, boss energy, right? But the flip side of that is cowardice. Cowardice to even climb the mountain in the first place. Saying that you can't do it because it's too hard. And you're right. Sometimes it will be too hard. Sometimes it will absolutely feel like it's too hard to do things. Sometimes it will feel like it's absolutely too hard to make that connection to yourself, to make that connection to spirit, and to make that connection to other people. You may be trying to connect with people that don't want to connect with you, that may ridicule you, that may put you down. You may try to connect with people that are trying to tell you what to do and who you should be. You gotta remember though, this is your life to live, beloved. This is your life to live. So do your best to find the equilibrium and the balance today, because a sun in Capricorn in the 7th house naturally does that. They look for the equilibrium in their life. They look for the equilibrium and the balance and harmony in their life before anything else, which is what would make this person a very great leader actually too. Whether they will be able to handle a larger operation is another thing. That comes down to delegation, right? That kind of gets a little bit more into like Aquarius energy, where it's a little bit more impartial, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't care. But like I said, this is the 7th house. It's not the 11th house. It's not the 3rd house either. So there's something more to this. A natural sense of wanting to seek balance and harmony. And in many ways, wisdom. So people may try to pass judgment on you today. People might try to make judgment calls on you today based off of what you are striving for and your goals and your dreams. Do not allow their ridicule and their simple ignorance to hold you back from what you are meant to do and what is your natural birthright. Some of these people may be great friends of yours. Some of these people may be your partner or your parents or whatever have you. They may mean very well. They may really truly want the best for you. But what's best for you is a conversation that you need to have with God, with yourself, with spirit, with source. They'll come along in time. They'll come around in time. And boy, oh boy, do I need to listen to this message myself, because anyways, there's something I've been personally frustrated with that doesn't even per se concern me, but I'm still related to. And I'm working on how to heal this relation. And it hasn't been the easiest. But I'm going to listen to my own advice here and to really focus on heightening the relationship with myself and the divine. And therefore, as I continue about this experience, things will morph around me and manifest the way that they are meant to do so. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. It's slightly kind of a subdued kind of energy. I think today's going to be a kind of a quiet day. I don't know if a lot of crazy things are going to happen today. There's a lot of inner work, I feel. A lot of things on the inside that are happening today. So, you know, I trust that this message will resonate with you. Take the parts that do, leave the parts that doesn't. And I will see you all in the next video. I love you all so much. Thank you for sharing this time and space with me. And y'all have a lovely day, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful people.